Hyperice Hypersphere Mini. I'm going to take you through a guided routine today that you can use pre-workout. If you don't have one of these amazing vibration mini balls, you can use a lacrosse ball for today. Obviously, our bodies are different, so you're going to focus on the problematic areas on your own body today, and I'm going to focus on my problematic areas on my body today. Let's get started. So you're going to turn your ball on if you have one of these suckers. By the way, if you don't, in the description below this video is a link to get the Hyperice products. So the Hyperice Mini has 3 settings. You can put it on whatever setting you want. So I'm going to start with level 1, and then I'm going to ramp it up to level 2 and level 3 as I go along. I'm going to work on my shoulder first, so why don't you pick an area to work on, and we'll start with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is work on my anterior deltoid. I'm going to lay on the floor. You can do this stuff up against the wall with your shoulders as well, but I like to lay on the floor because when I put it on the wall, it makes a lot of noise. So on the floor is better, and usually if you have a carpeted surface, that's nice because it numbs the sound. So actually I just ramped it up to number 3, but you put it on whatever setting you want. I'm going to start with my anterior deltoid. So you're going to put the ball on your spot that's causing you pain or decreased range of motion or decreased strength, and you're just going to roll around and do this oscillation movement for about 30 seconds. Find the spot and let's hang out there. Just little tiny micro movements. Now, once you find the spot, you're going to take some big, deep belly breaths. With each exhale, you're going to try to release a little bit, go a little bit deeper. Release the tension that you may be holding in your body. Allow your body to relax. Allow the area you're working on to relax and go a little bit deeper. Big deep breath in. Okay, move around. As you feel the pain maybe subside or whatever it is that you're feeling, roll around until you find another spot. Big deep breath. Allowing your body to go a little bit deeper on every out breath. Okay, now we don't want to spend too much time pre-workout. We can spend more time working on these areas post-workout and also on active recovery days. Now I'm going to move into my pecs. So you find either another spot on your body or you follow along the same areas I'm working on. But remember, you got to be working on the points in your body that are causing you problems. So that could be lack of strength, lack of range of motion, pain, lack of blood flow, circulation. The vibration causes my voice to change. Big deep breath. Got to remember that. Allow yourself to sink into it. Seconds is probably good. Now I'm going to go on my rear deltoid. So the way I get at this is I bring my arm out. Oh man, I just found the spot right there. So I have my arm out like this so I can really target the area that I need to get at. Sometimes you need to move around, put your arms in different positions, your body in different position to find that spot. So if I go up like this, I don't find I can get that spot that I need to work on as good as if I bring it down like that. There, right there. Again, breathe into it. Release and relax and sink a little bit deeper. You may find some areas release quicker than others. Like that one is gone, so now I'm just going to move into a different point. So these are like trigger points that we're working on. Focus, release. Okay, let's move on. Now I'm going to go into where my latissimus dorsi attaches, because that sucker is giving me some issues. And my rotator cuff. So right there. This time I have to bring my arm up. You're finding your spot. Get on it, hold it, breathe. This one's a bad spot. I'm going to roll around a little bit. Remember, you need to move, find those spots. You can do a little oscillation. Just roll little tiny micro movements on the spot. Remember, we're keeping this short because it's pre-workout. We don't want to get too relaxed. We gotta get fired up, right? To work hard. That's why I'm in my cycling kit. So I'm about to do a workout after this video. Okay, moving to the hip. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm working on my TFL. If you need to work on your TFL, which is a common problem in runners and cyclists, it gets really tight and overworked, and your glutes are shut down. So I need to work on loosening that sucker up. So I'm putting it right in behind my hip bone, putting my pressure on the ball. Taking some deep breaths. On the out breath, release. Again, you're working on your sweet spots, or they're not sweet spots, they're far from sweet spots. Non-sweet spots. Oscillations, deep breaths, sinking a little bit deeper. For more information on how this helps, I'll put some links below the video description so you can read about it there. It's too long to explain in this video. But one of the key things is circulation, bringing blood flow to those areas, helping to warm up and nourish the muscles with nutrients and oxygen that the blood brings in. Helps to increase range of motion. All those good things. Okay? Move to another spot or move around on your current spot. Big deep breaths. Taking the time to do this is so important. Self-care as an athlete. If you're super serious about wanting to do well in your sport, about wanting to perform well, you should take the time to do this kind of stuff. I know it's, but even 5 minutes a day or a couple minutes before you work out can make a big difference if you're consistent and you do it on a regular basis. Let's move to a different spot now. So that's good. I'm going to work on my knee. You don't want to put the vibrating ball on a bone. Keep the vibration balls or the vibration devices away from bone. It doesn't feel good. But placing them on or near origins and attachments of the major muscle groups, it helps pre-workout. Helps release tension. So that's what will help with the increase in range of motion. As you know, warming up, part of it is getting the blood flowing through the body. And getting the muscles nice and elastic and ready to go. you don't perform well on a tight body. And last but not least, I'm actually going to roll out the heels of my feet. We don't give our feet enough love. We have fascial lines that run all through our body, and we have a posterior fascial line that runs the posterior. It runs from your feet the whole way up, and it comes back and attaches to the top of your forehead. Rolling out your feet and looking after your feet, you have benefits that will trickle the whole way up your body. From the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. I love the vibration ball because I feel like I don't have to spend as much time on the spots as I did when I did all this stuff with a lacrosse ball. The vibration therapy does more work in a shorter amount of time. I also find it's deeper, and I am having great results with it compared to the regular foam roller and regular lacrosse ball that I was using, and my clients are too. We've done some tests, and I have seen huge amounts of increase in range of motion. It's absolutely fabulous without doing one single stretch. Just using the ball or roller or whatever we used pre-workout. Okay, the other foot. When you have increased range of motion, you can reach more muscle fibers. That is good. That's a good thing. Decreased range of motion, if you can't fully extend and you can't reach all the fibers, and then you can't train them. And that shows up in a lack of speed, strength, endurance, all that kind of stuff, right? You can also stand up. I'm just staying seated because I don't want to pop out of the video. And that's it. So within a couple minutes, I reached all my major points that I need to reach for myself. Stay tuned for the next video because I'm going to show you how you can take the regular Hypersphere, which is a bigger ball, and use it for a warm-up as well. So we are going to place it on certain origins and attachments of the main muscle groups we are about to use to help them increase the range of motion and blood flow and elongate the muscle as well, allow the elasticity, allow it to get warm and be able to be pliable and move around. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this, like my video, share my video. If you have any comments or feedback or anything like that you'd like to add that I didn't mention or you want to see more of, feel free to express that. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a kick-ass workout. See you later.